in white color, my family would be very, very upset. Because in Germany, white is the color of wedding. So my relatives would be very like, what are you doing? How can you come in white to the funeral of your husband? They would be very upset. So same message in different contexts can be understood differently. In worst case, it will be offending. If you want to work with international clients, and the client is the king, you have to learn to adapt. Because the kings usually don't want to adapt. So let's get into some practical things. There's a quiz. I have 18 prizes. Yeah, so first, second prize. Yeah. Get your phone out, scan that QR, and if your camera is not good enough, go to menti.com and type in that number. Okay, people joining, just give us a thumbs up when you're joined. More people joining, great. Yeah? So, faster answers in 4 points. You should see a screen with your own set up or something, okay? People joining, quick. I lost too much time today with the technology. We better get going. By the way, sorry. So people from our team, from our company, are not allowed to participate. They know these answers far too well. Right? So anybody from our company, you're not allowed to participate. Okay, I will keep on going. The number will just keep on going and you will still join. Imagine you have a customer meeting. It's scheduled on 2:50. At what time do you arrive latest at the customer meeting? Okay? Look at your phones. There will be a question now. 100, 111, 12, 13, 15. A lot of people joining. Good. Are you ready? So, at what time do you arrive latest at that customer meeting? Look at your device. Is it 2:05, 2:10, 2:15, 2:20, 2:25, 3:30? What time do you arrive at a meeting that is scheduled at 2:50? Doesn't matter if it's online or an offline meeting. Quick. 60 seconds, 50 seconds. Go. If you haven't joined, still go to meeting.com and 6, 7, 8, 9, 6. Yeah, 2:10. Arrive latest 5 minutes before the meeting. Okay? Don't arrive until 2:25. Because that's about values. Perception of time is very different across cultures. Yeah? You might think taking your time wherever you are is respectful. I just lately was in the Ram Bazaar to get some clothes for my new trousers, and this guy, 83 years old, he wasn't so keen on selling anything. He wanted to have a chat, so we sat there for like 45 minutes, 1 hour, and we chatted about life and everything. Yeah? For this culture, taking your time is respectful, but your Western customer will not think like that. For the Western customer, being on time in that meeting is respectful. If you want to show respect to your customer, be on time in that meeting. You might think, and you have been raised, that's the software of your mind, that time is to spend with others. That's a wonderful way of living, but the problem is, your customer will not understand that. Your Western customer will think time is money. That is how they are programmed. That is the software of their mind. You waste their time, you waste their money. That will be their interpretation. And this is not about which culture is better or not. It's only about getting and keeping that customer. You might think uncertainties is part of life. Yeah? Technology breaks, there is a jam, how can I be always in time? That is real life here, but your customer will not understand. For the customer, they try to avoid uncertainties at all costs. That stresses them. You don't want to have a stressed team. So, next question. Customer tells you all this, what this meeting is about is I need you to integrate Klarna into my workshop app. And you're like, what is Klarna? I have never heard of it. So next question, Join. If the customer tells you something what you don't understand, what do you do? If you don't understand the request of the customer, what do? You just start moving through the meeting. You're right, yes sir, I will do that. You just leave the call, you ask for explanation, or you will not, yes, I can do that. What on what you do if the customer tells you something what you don't understand? Everybody voted? 125 votes? Oh, you don't do Googling during the meeting. Yeah? Ask for explanation. Because you might be raised and have in your life, that's your program, that the questions are dangerous. They might be a trap. Your customer will understand that questions showing interest. You really want to fix that problem. That's why you're asking the question. That will be their interpretation. You might be afraid that asking questions will show your weaknesses. But your customer will understand that your questions show your interest, your motivation. You might fear that questions will create distrust, and it can be the case, but most likely your Western customer will understand that your question will increase trust. I once asked one of our customers about feedback about how we are doing, and the CTO of one of our biggest customers said, it's going good, but communication is difficult, and it's a bit intransparent because your people don't ask questions. If we would ask more questions, customers would understand what we know, what we understand, we will lose less time, we will deliver a better product. So, even if it's difficult, ask questions, at least for your Western customers. The customer is, of course, friendly, explains to you. Sorry, Klarna does not operate in Nepal, so don't worry, it's just a payment provider. And what we need to do is just to make it easy for the customers to pay directly from the bank account. And I will send you the API talks later. So next question. The customer explains to you some details. What do you do? If the customer explains to you details, you say, okay sir, just shake your head. You stay silent because everything is said. You tell back what you understood. Or you leave the call because that's all too much. What do you do if the customer explains to details? Don't just shake your head. They don't understand your body language. In your own words, what you have understood. Something as simple as, you want to make it easy for your customers to pay directly from the bank account, and you want me to integrate another payment provider. That's all what it means. You might fear that it shows your misunderstanding, but for the Western customer, it will show what you understood. And it might sound weird at the beginning, but it gives the customer the chance to correct you. And again, the customer will get better results, higher customer satisfaction, and that's what The customer goes a bit crazy. Build this microservice architecture. Our shop is a payment provider and we need monthly services, payment service, user service, account service, and we want to use web sockets for communication, and is done in PHP. I will use Rust in this project. Customer makes a ridiculous suggestion. The customer made a suggestion that really wouldn't work. It's not a suggestion. You propose a better solution, you say, yes sir, you just learning Rust because the customer requested you, or you need to call and search yourself for a new career on LinkedIn because working with Western customers is just too difficult. What do you do when a customer gives you a ridiculous idea? I don't need to talk too much, you know the answers. There is like need to call and get a new career. Fair thing. Raise. It might feel to you that you are challenging the person, you're challenging the customer, but the Western will interpret that you want together build a better solution. At the end of the day, the customer wants to have a solution. If you can propose a better solution, that you will. You might feel it's disrespectful to challenge the idea of the customer. But I tell you what, the Western customer will interpret it, you have to be bold. He might be the king, or she might be the queen, but you are the expert. You are paid for raising ideas. You are paid for using your brains. So if you raise an idea, the customer will interpret it as something positive. You don't have to be confrontational. Just say something. We can do that, of course we can do that, but I also have an idea. And my idea has these disadvantages. Right? You will perform better, you will lose less money, etc. For the next one. The customer. Okay, we do that, but it would be really good if you by tomorrow. And you go, no way. So you get a request for a deadline that you know you will not meet that deadline. What do you do in such a situation? For a deadline that you know you will not meet. What do you say? Sure, no problem. Bye, Hajani. Sorry, I will not be able to do that. You say, that's difficult. Garbage. You don't say anything, you just start crying. Or you leave the call. What do you do if you get a request that you, a deadline request that you cannot meet? Interesting? There are things that are impossible. For you personally or technically, you have to tell the customer. You might want to be polite, and you don't want to tell what's impossible. That's a very good way of doing it. But for Western customers, and especially for Germans, you have to be straight as you can be. And really, don't tell it's difficult. Because I hear that a lot in Nepal, and it's totally okay. What you really want to say, it's too hard, I cannot make it. And everybody in your culture, people with the software of your minds that is similar to you will understand that. There will be no doubt. But the problem is, the customer is differently programmed. If you tell the German customer, it's difficult, That person know what they're going to say? Of course it's difficult. That's why I'm paying you. If it would be easy, I would do it myself. Huh? So it's difficult. It's a challenge. But you will do it. Huh? They will understand it as a yes. So you wanted to say no, but the customer will understand it as a yes and will hold you accountable to it. So be as straight as possible. You might want to postpone bad news, but for the Western customer, it's better to give bad news now than having that thing later. I think we have the customer reports an urgent bug in the chat. It is really something doesn't work. Error 500. My customers cannot pay. Webshop is down. What do you do? Ready? Customer reports an urgent bug in the chat. What do you do first? What do you do first? You clearly explain that this is not your fault. You reply, I will do it as soon as possible. You will reply, sure. You reply, I will have a look next week. You explain exactly why this is not a bug but a feature. Or you start debugging straight away. What do you do first when a customer reports you a bug? Wow. What I see a lot, that people start debugging first. You want to get on the job, you want to solve the problem. That's very good. But drop the customer a line in the chat saying, I'm on it, I'm doing it. Because status reports, they are super important. You have lived your whole life and learned that uncertainty is normal. And I'm really amazed how resilient Nepal are for uncertainties. It's really crazy. The problem is, your customer is not as resilient to uncertainties as you. Your customer needs a feeling of safety. If you tell them, I'm working on it, that will give them a feeling of safety, of security. Otherwise, they will go crazy. Is this person working it? Is he still sleeping? Is he because of time zone? What's going on? I don't know. Do I have to find somebody else to fix it? Do I have to fix it myself? Give them a quick response. You think issues are expected, but for the Western customer, issues are not expected. They have never learned to deal with that. They want to know exactly what will happen when. That is, they want to avoid uncertainties. I will give you an example. I'm coming down with my motorbike from Gandhra, and I have a problem with the brakes. I had an accident before, it's getting dark, I'm super tired, we're coming down to the highway, and I dropped my motorbike at the workshop, and I tell the guy to fix it. What is he doing? He just starts to take it apart, without telling me how long it's going to take, how much it's going to cost. I'm super stressed, I'm tired, I'm injured, it's getting dark, will I get to Pokhara tonight? I don't know, and this guy's not talking to me. Huh? It's okay, I'm in Nepal, I have to adjust. But if you want to work with Western customers in a good manner and keep them happy, just tell them, I'm working on it. If an hour later, you still haven't fixed it, tell them, I've tried ABC, that wasn't the solution, I'm now on D, I'm still working on it. Keep providing them status reports. That will provide them a feeling of safety and security, knowing that this person, you are working on it. You might think delays are normal, because they are. They are normal. But for the Western customer, delays are just nasty surprises and stresses them. you don't want to stress your customer. As more relaxed your customer is, as better for you. As more customer satisfaction you will reach, and a satisfied customer will come back. I think we are coming to an end. So, customer, just to summarize, customer is king, and your problem is encode messages and decode messages. If you want to be successful working with international customers, you have to learn what their values are and how they communicate. You need to understand and decode their messages, and you need to learn how to encode your own messages in a way so that they interpret it correctly. Otherwise, worst case, you will get the exact opposite of what you wanted really to say. So, who's the winner? Social, unheard. Okay, I think the second is Malini Kara. So finally afterwards, make a screenshot of your phone, yeah, so that you can prove who you are, and not just type random names. Make a screenshot or keep that phone open, then find me and there will be a prize for the first, second, third. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the amazing session. Thank you. I would also like to thank you